All right, everybody, welcome back to another deep dive. Today, we're going deep into the world of AI video generation.
Yeah, it's getting pretty wild out there. I mean, we're talking about creating videos from just text prompts, like real high-quality stuff, not just little animated GIFs or something.
It is pretty mind-blowing, right? And that's exactly what we're going to be looking at today. We've got this research paper and some supporting materials all about a new AI model called Goku.
Oh, yeah, Goku. I've seen some of the stuff it can do. It's really impressive.
Yeah, and, it's not just hype. Goku's getting some serious recognition in the AI community.
For sure, it's topping the charts on benchmarks like Genival and VBench.
And what do those benchmarks actually measure? What makes a good score?
Well, like with Genival, it's all about how realistic and creative the videos are, basically how well the AI can understand and translate a text prompt into a visual story.
So you're telling me I can just type in, like, a cat riding a unicorn through a rainbow, and Goku will just make a video of that?
Pretty much. And it's not just about silly stuff either. Goku can handle all sorts of prompts, from simple actions to complex scenes with multiple characters and visual effects.
Okay, you've got my attention. But how does it actually work? What makes Goku so special?
One of the key things is this rectified flow approach they used. It's a way of training the AI to create videos in stages, kind of like sculpting.
Sculpting, I don't quite follow.
So imagine you're trying to create a video of a flower blooming. Instead of trying to generate the whole thing all at once, rectified flow breaks it down into smaller steps.
So it's kind of like animating frame by frame.
Yeah, you could think of it that way. Each step refines the video a little bit more, gradually adding details and complexity. And this approach has some real advantages.
Like what?
Well, for one, it allows the AI to learn much faster and produce more coherent videos. They actually did a pilot experiment on ImageNet, and Goku, with rectified flow, got better results in way fewer steps than traditional methods.
So it's like a super efficient learner.
Exactly.
Fascinating. So we've got this rectified flow thing going on, but AI is only as good as the data you feed it, right? What did they train Goku on?
Oh, they went all out. They used a massive data set of, let me see here, 36 million video text pairs and another 160 million image text pairs on top of that.
Wow. And what kind of videos and images are we talking about?
Everything under the sun, really. They used a really rigorous filtering process to make sure it was all high-quality stuff, though. You don't want the AI learning from bad examples.
Yeah, garbage in, garbage out, right?
Right.
So how does Goku actually learn from all this data?
They use this clever multi-stage training approach. First, Goku learns from text-image pairs, so it's basically learning to understand the relationship between words and visuals.
Okay, so kind of like learning vocabulary.
Exactly. And then it moves on to this joint image and video training.
Joint image and video training. What's that all about?
So basically it means Goku is learning from both image and video data at the same time. It's like learning to cook by watching cooking shows and looking at pictures of food, Yeah. You get a more well-rounded understanding that way.
Ah, that makes sense. So Goku's getting the best of both worlds. But how does it actually process all that information from different formats?
Well, that's where this thing called a 3D variational autoencoder, or VAE, comes in. It's a bit technical, but basically it allows Goku to understand image and video data in a unified way.
So it's like a universal translator for visuals.
Yeah, something like that. And by combining this VAE approach with joint image and video training, Goku's basically getting a crash course in visual storytelling.
That's pretty incredible. But wait, how does it deal with all the different video formats out there? Different lengths, aspect ratios, all that stuff.
Good question. They use some pretty clever techniques for that. One is called patch and pack, and another is 3D ropey position embedding.
All right, so that's a lot of technical jargon, but I think I'm getting the gist of how Goku works its magic. But what about the results? Can we see some examples of what it can actually create?
Oh, absolutely. Buckle up, because this is where things get really interesting.
Okay, hit me with it.
All right, imagine a video of a glass, transparent emoji cartoon hand making the peace sign gesture with fingers straight up and down.
Okay, that's pretty specific.
It is, but that's the point. Goku can handle all sorts of detailed prompts.
All right, I'm intrigued. What else you got?
How about this? An ancient artifact rests on a pedestal. The word Goku etched onto its surface, glowing as if holding a hidden power within.
Wow, that's epic. So it's not just silly stuff. It can do artistic and kind of mysterious concepts, too.
Exactly. And we're just scratching the surface here. Goku can handle a wide range of styles and prompts.
All right, give me one more. Something completely different.
All right, picture this. A white bearded man's face emerges from a cloud of white butterflies. Background is white.
Okay, that's beautiful. I can see that being a really striking visual. So we're seeing everything from fun and quirky to artistic and abstract. I'm starting to grasp just how diverse Goku's output can be. Any other surprises up your sleeve?
Oh, definitely. Remember, these are just examples from text prompts. Goku can also create videos from a single image prompt.
Whoa, really? So you can feed it a still image and it'll bring it to life?
You got it. The possibilities are pretty much endless.
This is mind-blowing. But hold on a second. All this magic can't just happen with a snap of the fingers, right? What kind of tech muscle is needed to train something like Goku?
Oh, yeah. It's a sophisticated setup for sure. We're talking about advanced parallelism strategies, which basically means they had to figure out how to make all those millions of data points work together smoothly during training.
Yeah, I can imagine that getting pretty messy with that much data flying around.
And then there are fault tolerance mechanisms to prevent the whole system from crashing if something goes wrong. With that much processing power involved, things can get a bit unstable.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
So how do they deal with that?
They came up with this really clever solution called efficient checkpointing. It basically allows them to save the progress of the training in like 4 seconds.
4 seconds, seriously.
Yeah. It's super fast, which means they can minimize downtime and keep the training running smoothly, even if there are hiccups along the way.
So not only is Goku this powerful, creative force, but it's also incredibly robust and efficient.
It really is. And, as impressive as all this is, it's important to remember that Goku is ultimately a tool.
Right. Just because an AI can generate something doesn't mean it's accurate or appropriate for every situation. We still need to be smart about how we use this technology.
Absolutely. But that's a conversation for another time. For now, I'm just excited to see more of what Goku can do.
Okay, back to the visual feast then. Let's look at some more examples of Goku in action.
Okay, get this. A lion running towards the left side of the scene with flames engulfing its body. As it runs, the lion gradually transforms into a mass of flames.
Whoa, hold on. So like the lion is on fire.
Yeah. It's not just running, it's like transforming into fire as it runs.
Yeah, that is pretty wild. So we're talking full-on special effects kind of stuff here.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It's not something you could easily do with traditional animation. Goku can handle all those complex transitions and effects.
Okay, I'm definitely picturing that in my head. What else you got?
How about this? A woman in workout gear is lifting weights at a gym, her biceps flexing with each lift, sweat visible on her forehead, with a close-up on her determined expression.
Oh, yeah, I could see that. Like a motivational fitness video or something?
Exactly. And it's not just the action, it's those little details, like the sweat and the facial expression. That's what makes it feel so real.
Yeah, it's those details that make it more than just a bunch of moving images. It's like a story.
Exactly. Goku is really good at capturing those nuances.
Okay, this is blowing my mind a little bit. Give me another one.
All right, how about this? A man surfing on a wave with the camera following his movement and focusing on his face. He is smiling and giving a thumbs up to the camera.
Wow, so it's like you're right there in the action with him.
Yeah, you can control the camera angles, the whole shot composition, just with your words.
This is incredible. I'm starting to see all the possibilities here. But can it do more than just human stuff?
Oh, yeah, for sure. For example, imagine a video of a giant panda sitting comfortably at a table eating a hot pot meal.
Oh my gosh, stop. That's too cute. I need to see that video. So we're talking animals, objects, all kinds of stuff.
Pretty much. And the applications go way beyond just entertainment. Think about education, Imagine kids learning about history or science through these kinds of videos.
Yeah. Instead of reading a boring textbook, they could be immersed in these like super realistic worlds.
Exactly. And the possibilities are only going to grow as the technology advances.
This is all very cool, but I think it's important to take a step back for a second and think about, the bigger picture here. All this talk about Goku's power is amazing, but it's still a tool, right? And like any tool, it could be used for good or bad.
Oh, yeah, for sure. We can't just blindly trust everything an AI creates. We need to be critical thinkers and evaluate the information carefully.
Exactly. Just because it looks real and impressive doesn't mean it's accurate or ethical. We need to be aware of the potential biases and limitations of AI.
It's kind of like a movie character, They might seem super powerful and convincing on screen, but they're still a product of the script and the director's vision.
Okay, I like that analogy. So you're saying we need to be aware of who's directing the AI, so to speak.
Exactly. We
Yeah.
need to understand the data it was trained on, the goals of the creators, all that stuff.
It's like we need to become AI literacy experts or something.
Yeah, exactly. We need to be able to evaluate AI-generated content just like we evaluate any other information source.
Okay, so important reminder to stay critical. But for now, let's get back to the fun stuff. Can you give me another example of something Goku can create? Something a little more, I don't know, chill.
All right, how about this? A dog is relaxing by a fireplace, wearing a cozy sweater. The camera slowly zooms in on the dog's face as it peacefully drifts off to sleep.
Oh man, that's the kind of video that just melts your stress away.
Right. It's like a little slice of peace and tranquility.
It really shows that Goku can handle all those subtle emotions too, not just like explosions and car chases.
Exactly. It's not just about the flashy stuff. It's about capturing the full range of human experience.
And animal experiences too, apparently.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So we've seen a bunch of amazing examples. But I'm curious, where do you see this technology going in the future? What kind of crazy stuff will we be able to create with AI video generation in like 5 years?
Oh, man, that's a fun question. Let me think. Okay, here's a bold prediction. In 5 years, I think AI video generation is going to be as common as photo editing is today.
Whoa, really? You think it'll be that mainstream?
I do. I think we'll be using it for everything. Personalized social media content, educational videos, maybe even like full-blown movies.
Wow, that's a pretty wild future. I mean, it's exciting, but also kind of scary, right?
Yeah, it definitely raises some big questions like what does it mean for creativity? Who owns the copyright to these videos?
Yeah, and how do we make sure it's used ethically?
Hmm.
There's a lot to think about.
Absolutely. But I think it's important to remember that AI is ultimately a tool. And like any tool, it can be used for good or for bad. It's up to us to shape how this technology evolves and make sure it's used responsibly.
Well said. On that note, I think it's time to wrap up this deep dive into the world of Goku and AI video generation. It's been quite a journey.
Yeah, for sure. We've covered a lot of ground.
I hope everyone listening learned something new and maybe even got a little bit inspired to explore the world of AI themselves. Who knows? Maybe one of you will be the next Spielberg, but with AI as your camera crew.
Uh-huh, yeah. The possibilities are truly endless.
If you want to learn more about Goku and see some of its amazing creations, be sure to check out the Goku homepage. We'll include a link in the show notes.
And if you have any thoughts or questions about AI video generation, feel free to reach out to us on social media. We love hearing from our listeners.
All right, everyone, that's it for today's deep dive. Thanks for joining us, and we'll catch you next time.